Welcome,
Okay.
welcome, welcome everyone to the Women's Empower Network. I am so excited today to have Oana here with us. And just give me a second to get on the right screen so I can see her. Thank you so much. And she's joining us all the way from Switzerland today. That's on my bucket list as well. And before we came live, we were talking about intuition. So, Oana, I wanted to ask you, when did you first started discovering your intuition that ended up putting you on this journey and this path that you're on now?
Very good question. And first of all, hello everybody. Thank you for having me. Yeah, Jeannie. Um, well, where do I start? I always had this thing inside of me. I think, 6, where I knew that everything I was wanting at that time was gonna come true. But it was some kind of magical thing at that time where I didn't understand what I was doing, but I knew I was creating something out there because of my intentions. And I listened to this thing, this what we call now intuition, telling me it's gonna be fine, there's gonna be a way. At that time, I didn't really make a distinction between that and maybe my identity at the time. But with time, I lost that a lot, really. The next kind of 25 years, no, maybe 23, I don't know, when I truly, really said to myself, okay, I'm really conscious. There is part of me that really is sabotaging everything, and a part of me that is magical and knows everything. And then it was just incredible how I got into this work of intuition. It seems like I don't know how to call it, but it just came to me, this the right people that taught me this. And yeah, like, really, the work that I did, it was so accurate in how you work with intuition, that you could get a confirmation by other people that could read you into and confirming you that what you hold as your information of intuition is exactly what they got. And this is what I teach also. It's this is a wonderful way to really get confirmation. Okay, what I am getting, I'm not crazy, this is my intuition. You can also read it in my aura. Okay, then, okay, I'm gonna do that. Okay, calm down. Okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm not gonna sabotage it again, because if it's confirmed by you and another 2 people, then must be really what my intuition is saying. So that was kind of crazy experience. Yeah.
It is, and I like what you brought up, and I even forget this myself, is that you can ask your intuition for a sign in a
Mhm.
way that you would understand that this is real or this is accurate, like you said.
Yeah.
That's a really good
Yeah.
point, because so many of us, and I know myself for many years, I heard it, but I poo-pooed it and I thought I knew better, and that caused me so much trouble. And that's great. So then how did this unfold for you? How did you start doing this as your mission or your purpose?
Oh, wow. Yeah. Um, Really, when I saw that it worked so well from the beginning of all the study I was doing, and the first results came very quickly, like, really, the truths of my soul that were, recognized intuitively, I just began to choose them, like, on a daily basis. Okay, these are the things that I really want to have in my life. And literally they got manifested. I'm talking about, having a choice of, like, exposing my knowledge to a broader audience, for example. And I got contact by a producer that was actually one of my favorite families in the world. Like, I don't know if you know David Icke. I don't know, but anyways, his son is a producer of an alternative media broadcast, and he contacted me. Like, how in the world is that possible? Like, really? That he contacted me contacted me about my work, and he wanted me to do a series on his broadcast for free. Like literally, I didn't have to pay anything. He even paid to me, the flight, the hotel. It was all amazing. And I was like, okay, this work, this intuitive work, it's something else. It's and all the stuff I tried before, like law of attraction, all that stuff we all do. Yes, it kind of worked, but this was so specific on my soul dreams that began to take place, and they were manifesting in front of my eyes. And let me tell you, after so many years of giving this to the people, I noticed that there's no person out there with a similar dream. Like everyone is so different. And that's why it's so important to work really with the person, with their authentic self, and not generalize, like, doing kind of a, I don't know, YouTube video. Everybody's like that kind of an astrology reading. No, nobody's the same. That's what I believe. So yeah, so this is how it was changing everything, because I was seeing outside how all I was doing and choosing was having an effect, a real effect outside.
And what point did you started? I mean, so it sounds like you were using your own intuition to manifest in your own life, and that you
Yeah,
weren't worrying about the how, that you allowed the universe to just let it show up for you the way it wanted to show up, which I
yeah,
absolutely love that part.
yeah.
When did you start realizing that you could pick up intuition for other people?
Uh-huh. So it was during the course actually I was studying. I can mention my teacher, William Whitecloud. Maybe you know him. Um, so it was during the course that I was in that we actually get the opportunity to read someone, and that's when I was like, I can do this. I didn't know I can do this. I was like, is this real? And then I did that so many times with other people that I was like, okay, I can do this. I can do this. I can read anyone about anything. And it's not that woo-woo stuff, about, like uh the moon and the stars and the stuff. It's literally day-to-day stuff you're dealing with, about your personality that is like so hidden. And this way, it was so accurate in the way in which it worked, and it really could see everything, and I was shocked myself, like, I can read someone. I didn't believe that. I didn't i didn't believe that. I was speaking stuff on people in the past, but I was doubting myself and saying, ah, nah, this is just my thoughts. This cannot be. When you actually tell yourself you're not, oh, I can't trust my intuition on this. It must be my stuff. And that's how I was before this work. And now with this, I was like, there's no way. This must be accurate, because I was doing it the proper way, and the person confirmed all the time. And I've done now thousands of readings like that, and they all confirmed. And still to this day, like even today, my readings like, oh my God, you're so right. I was caught in that thoughts, and and it's incredible, literally incredible. Yeah. um,
So in what
yeah,
ways can you help other people with it? I mean, would you use it in a way to help like somebody else get clarity? When they're, like you said, when you doubt it yourself, if somebody's doubting what they're
absolutely,
hearing.
absolutely, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, mostly what I do it on is, in life, we tend to live in our identity. Like literally, this is a standard way of living, right? In our identity, believing this is who you are. But you're not. You're the divine light inside. You're not that. So how I decided to do it is to help people literally live, um, to choose daily to live on the other side, the side of the soul. And everything that comes up on a daily basis that is not the soul, it's something egoic, it's something that needs some clarity on. And then when you switch the kind of energy and focus towards the soul again, It makes a huge difference in your day and in your life, in the way you will perceive life to be more magical, and you will feel more empowered because you know what you're all about, and you don't stay there in your ego thinking and worrying and, oh, I'm like this, oh, poor me, I'm the victim of life, you know. So in this way, I'm bringing clarity, yes, and there's literally no topic that is not readable. I prefer to stay very very much on the topics of life, like, a relationship that doesn't work. Why can't I achieve this that I really want? Is this my truth or not? Instead of those, hey, where do I come from which star and system and planet? I love to help people really to live here a quality life. Yeah.
That's beautiful. What
Thank you.
words of wisdom would you share with the group that you think would be beneficial for someone to know about their intuition and how you can be of service to them?
Well, first of all, you all have a set of passions that are very active in you. They are there. They're not gonna die ever. So you always have had them in you. And the thing is that when you don't listen to them, you don't really, let's say, polish them or take them out to experience them, these passions. And you listen, on the contrary, to why you can't, or why it's not doable, or I'm not capable, or, oh, I'm so afraid and I'm not perfect in this and I'm never gonna be able, and blah 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 blah. You're actually living a life that is so not feeling good. It feels like just dying every day. It doesn't feel like living. It feels like, what am I doing here? Life has no meaning, and you're so kind of a in this energy that nobody wants around, really. When you have no passions, really no things to go to, you you don't give any kind of vibe. You kind of are dead inside, right? And so my take on this and my advice is to never give up on that which you love, because nothing really opposes to what you love, and nothing opposes to the heart. In alchemy, they say, you can you can have an identity and you want to resolve it. Like, I'm not good enough. I'm going to do something to be good enough, and everybody else will see how good I am. And that is trying to resolve the ego. But when you go for your passions, nothing in this world can ever stop you. You're invincible. And so I tell you, go for your passions, just for the love of it, for nothing else. You don't want to get anything out of these passions. No money, no other relationships, no. If you go for the passions, that's all you need. Like, you don't need anything to come out of this. Just the experience of living from your passions is all you need in itself. And that's my experience of my life since I do this work, but also the experience of so many I helped and I'm helping, uh, is to really go with your heart. Never stop that. Never stop that passionate life. And if you really know you love something, you really love it when you do it for no reason. Really, it's unconditional. Passions, if it's a real passion, it's unconditional, because you don't want to write a book to become a millionaire, and you don't want to be a dancer to be admired. You just want to be who you are and express yourself, and that's really the definition of living a passionate life.
I wholeheartedly agree. And there is a big difference, and we all know it, when you're what I call in alignment with who
Hmm.
you really are and what you're feeling called to do, than if you're just doing something for a paycheck or because you feel like you don't have a choice or anything. So That is so beautiful. Well, we'll be sure to put Juana's information above this interview so that if you want to get in touch with her, it'll be easy to find. And Juana, thank you so much for sharing your wisdom and your soul, really.
Thank you, Jenny, for having me. I'm so appreciative for this and to be able to be here in the group.